I would love to explain the mechanics behind the 50-50 when it comes to pulling for characters in Zenless Zone Zero, or how gotchas in general usually have this mechanic, but I'm just going to talk about the one that I know the most of. So, as the name implies, it relates to a 50-50 chance of you getting the featured character. But the way it works specifically is if you fail your 50-50, that means the next time you roll on the banner, that means you're guaranteed to get the featured character, whether it be on the same banner, or if you wait until the next banner, if you failed your 50-50 and didn't redeem it, quote unquote, on the current banner, it rolls over, effectively giving whatever character you pick for the next banner guaranteed to get the featured one. But there is one other mechanic that this is an interesting way that they do this, where if you get multiple S ranks in a single multi, but specifically if you get the featured one and then later in that same multi get a non-featured S rank, that counts as the failed 50-50 for the next rotation. Meaning, if you're lucky enough to get 2 S ranks and you get the featured first, that means that not only did you get the featured, but that means next time you pull for a banner, you're automatically guaranteed for the next banner to get the featured character. Because that counts as you failing your 50-50 because of the non-featured character showing up after. And pretty simple for the W engine, pretty much take the exact same thing that I said for the 50-50, but just change the ratio. Instead of it being a 50% chance to get it or not get it, it's a 75% chance that you'll get the W engine featured and a 25% chance that you won't. And although I haven't had it happen to me on the W engine banners, I assume the same thing goes in line, where if you get the featured and then later in that same multi get a non-featured W engine, it rolls over just like it does for the character banner. But overall, I think this is a very fun mechanic to have in the game, because it incentivizes you to pull on a banner even if you don't want the character, because even if you fail that 50-50, it guarantees that the next banner that you are excited for, it means that you can go in knowing you're going to get them if you get enough pulls. And I know this is pretty self-explanatory, but just because that number there says 90 pulls for S rank, obviously doesn't mean that you have to pull 90 times to get an S rank. You could do a single on, you could do one pull on the banner and get an S rank if you're lucky enough. Or you could go all the way into the last pull on your last multi of the 90 before you get your S rank. It all really just depends on your luck. Or some people I've seen who've gotten like 3 copies of the featured character or featured W engine in a single multi. Overall, I just think it's a very fun mechanic, and I'm happy I was able to explain this.